everyone, welcome back to Lucky by Nature. Angelic Vixen here. This is your no fluff Ark breaking news. In this episode, we will be talking about things gone but not forgotten, the mishap yesterday on Xbox, said defending wildcard, updated content for Ark Mobile, and what is happening with Ark for Nintendo Switch. As you know, this is no fluff Ark breaking news, so let's get right into it. So as you probably know, there is a new section in the community forums for game suggestions, and in the game suggestions you can put in your ideas for changes, updates, new content, things like that. However, as I mentioned, things gone but not forgotten, said is going through and kind of keeping it cleaned up so that way everything in that section of those forums can actually be reviewed easily and productively, and then people can upvote them. So he says here, if you submitted a suggestion that is similar to fix meshing, it might not be there today. I'm going through and trying to keep it as actionable as possible. Things that we know we need to fix do not need to be entered through this tool. So if they've confirmed that they are working on something, you definitely don't need to go in there and put that in the game suggestions. Only put in new content, changes to current content, and things that they are not currently working on. That is what that area is for. And so if you put something in and it vanishes, it doesn't mean that you're in trouble or that they're being cruel or picking on you. It just means they're trying to keep it nice and neatly organized so that they actually can utilize it, as a tool. And yesterday was a really bad day for Ark Xbox official server players because they got blindsided by an issue with the update. Jen goes on to say this: "Hey folks, minor server-side error on our part that we're working on over the next half hour. Xbox official servers will remain offline for the time being until we can get them properly updated." So there really wasn't much of a warning that this was coming. So people were out doing their normal routine. They were doing meat runs, they were taming, they were fighting, they were breeding and putting eggs down, and they shut the servers completely down. And if you go through the comments and the forums and everything that happened yesterday, people were so upset because they lost so many important things. So I just wish there was a better process for their testing, because they have these types of issues happen far too often. So hopefully, sometime this year, whatever process they go through to do their testing, it gets better, because we can't afford to have this stuff happen. I mean, especially on official, that stuff is a grind like no other. And if you're losing stuff because of them, because of these issues, that's a problem. So yesterday, for the first time ever, out of all the tweets that I've read by Said, he seemed to get frustrated. He felt the incessant need to defend wildcard. He goes on to say here, "If we didn't test updates at all, I can assure you that you would see very serious issues." And I'm sitting here thinking, okay, clearly you don't understand that every single thing that goes wrong in Ark is a serious issue to somebody, to most of us. I mean, that is Ark. Ark is a grind like no other. I mean, we spend countless hours in this game, especially on official with those official rates, where this is your life. It literally becomes a life process. You live Ark. And that's why so many people say Ark is life. But I really think he just needs to take a couple of days off, because usually he's calm, cool, and collected. And yesterday he started getting his tone changed, because you could just see the frustration. Basically, people saying wildcard doesn't test, and that's why every patch something goes seriously wrong. And he was like, "No, we do test, and if we didn't test, it would be so much worse." I don't know. It just made me laugh. But what do you guys think? Do you feel like maybe his tone has changed? Do you feel it's unfair that the community, beats up on him and Jen? But I mean, basically, they're the only go-tos that we have. And I don't know, maybe he needs a day off. So Ark Survival Evolved on mobile is starting to look really promising. They've been doing a lot of updates to their mobile app, and a lot of people are actually really enjoying it. So it says here, this month's update also includes the Sarco TLC, because that was not on there. Lurk just below the water surface and use the new death roll attack to quickly deal damage to your prey. This is incredible, because there was so much lacking for Ark Mobile that now that they're adding all of this in, it's going to make a profound difference in the way that the game runs. And they have some really big benefits to having Ark on mobile. So I'm really excited to try it again, because as I mentioned before, the first time I tried it, I was not impressed. But with every new update that they put out there, I'm excited even more just to experience it myself. Let me know if you guys have ever tried Ark Mobile, and let me know what you think. So as I've been gathering information for these breaking news videos, I keep noticing a pattern in the forums, and I wanted to bring it up because I'm actually really curious about it. A lot of people are saying wildcard is ignoring Ark on Nintendo Switch. I personally have never played Ark on Nintendo Switch, so I don't know how it runs, what it looks like, you know, so on and so forth. I can only assume it's very similar to everything we currently have. However, it just seems like wildcard doesn't want to deal with it because they are literally not dealing with them. All I've seen here is they did some maintenance March 13th and they removed some servers on March 4th. But I personally have not really found anything updated for the month of April. Now, the regular part of the game on the console and the PC, they're getting some love. Primitive Plus is getting some love. Ark Mobile is getting some love, but I'm not seeing it for Nintendo Switch. And because I don't personally have any experience with it, I'm not sure. But if you guys have any information whatsoever about this, please let me know in the comments. That way we can come together as a community and really talk about it, because I just want to know what's happening and why maybe they're not, you know, doing anything with it. Are the servers for Nintendo Switch dead? That's one of the questions that I have that I'm really curious about. So if you guys know, be sure to let me know in the comments. And I'm also really curious because, as I said, I go through everything from the forums to Twitter to Reddit, and I noticed this kept coming up. The Mantis is still broken on PS4, so I'm really curious for all the PS4 subs. Are you guys experiencing this? Can you put the tools back in the Mantis's hands so it can work like it used to? Because it's supposed to be fixed. That was in the patch notes. So I'm very curious, and because nobody had answered this question on Reddit, I really would love to know. So if you guys play PS4, could you please let me know in the comments below if it's still broken? That way we can put it in for said to get it fixed. So that's it for this episode of No Fluff Ark Breaking News. I intend to keep them short and straight to the point. If you like that sort of thing, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I will be uploading these every week. If you found yourself liking this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. It really means a lot to me. As always, thank you so very much for watching. Love you guys, and until next time, keep surviving.
My work saved the human race.